Hello, it's me. I am um want to express myself right now uh because I have experienced some things in my life. Uh I recently or over the last couple of years stopped working at a job that I was at for 19 plus years. I left the job because I moved to another state. And now that I've gotten to this other state, uh, at first I was just on some, I got to get a job immediately. It doesn't matter what it is, I need a job. Um, and I took a pay cut, a really big pay cut, because I was making almost $25 an hour, which I don't think that really makes me feel good after working at a company for 19 plus years, just making almost $25 an hour. I worked in a warehouse, and after 19 years, I can't say that I was happy at that place, but I was familiar with it. And maybe because I was familiar with it and I did my job well, I got too comfortable. Fast forward, I'm now in a place where I make less than half of what I made before. I'm doing things that I said I would never do again. Deal with customer service. In a warehouse, yeah, I had to deal with the other employees in that place. And yeah, you know, dealing with people, period. Everybody has um their own personalities, and if you're in a place where the people that you work with them every day, and then things start to change and there's new people in that place, and you got to get accustomed to different personalities and all that, it could be difficult. Um, like I said, I was making 20 plus 22 plus an hour. This new place that I live in, I work at a whole different type of situation. I'm actually working at a store where I'm a cashier. And as a cashier, I'm dealing with customers constantly. And there are some really great people that come through there. There are also many people who are not the nicest people to come through. So I took a very deep pay cut. Yeah, more than half of what I was making before. And not only is it less than half, but I'm dealing with the public. So many, many years ago, I told myself I would not do this again because I worked in the public. I worked at many like fast food restaurants. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Crystal's. I worked at Wendy's. I worked at a number of places thinking, well, I was a kid back then. The last place that I worked before going into this warehouse position that I was at for 19 plus years. I had decided back then, oh, I'm gotta go find something else. I gotta find something else where I'm possibly not going to be in dealing with customer service. And after all these years leaving my hometown, my home city, my home state, and I'm going to say humbling myself to a place where I was just like, I got to get a job. I got to. I just have to. And taking that pay cut for sure has been difficult, but I'm definitely pushing through. Definitely pushing through because I can't just sit back and relax and not push forward. I I've been in a position in which uh, I've been blessed to be able to have the strength and the ability, the mindset of I will not sit back and just allow the government or anybody else to take care of me. That doesn't mean that I never experienced being on welfare and having food stamps and those things of that sort. But I was not the person who was content with that. I needed more out of life. I needed to not be waiting on a check from the government. And with that being said, the job that I left, I was able to make enough money there to elevate to a position in which I didn't qualify for those things anymore because I wanted to work. I didn't want to sit at home waiting for the government or anyone else to take care of me. Um, I'm very disappointed to get where I am, the state that I've come to, and find that many of these places down here, and this is the southern state, they when I first went into the job that I have right now, they basically try to boost me up to make me believe, hey, you're getting paid more than minimum wage because minimum wage here is $7.25. And I was thinking, well, the minimum wage from where I came from was $7.25. Okay, so what are you paying here for this job? $10 an hour. Okay. 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 $10 an hour when I was making 22 plus. Okay. Cool. But I got to have a job because I'm not going to sit around because that's not me. I can't do that. I gotta be doing something. I gotta be doing something. Can I live off with $10 an hour? Who really can live off $10 an hour? Am I ready to be in a situation where I don't know, roommates? I'm way, way too old for that, even though it may not seem like it. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So for many years, I've been thinking about this whole YouTube thing. I actually, 20 years ago, was making videos on another YouTube page, but I was just taking my family and recording them. The thing about that is that I only shared it with family or tried to share it with family. And 20 years ago, for sure, my mom was just like, don't be recording me so you can put it on the internet. Yeah, I have a page where my family is on it. just sharing our memories. It's nothing like getting older and realizing that, wow, that was 5 years ago. That was 10 years ago. That was 15 years ago. But you have those memories to look back on. I really don't. I'm just right now just trying to honestly make a extra means of income. I was just talking to my daughter earlier today, who is 24 years old. I have a 24-year-old daughter and a 30-year-old son. And to think that I could have done this a long time ago, but I listened to pessimists who's like, don't be putting your information back out there. Are you strong enough to be able to take the backlash or people talking about you, this, that, and the other? I think I've gotten to the place in my life where other people's thoughts about me and my life really don't matter anymore. Because people have been thinking all kind of things about me for a very, very, very long time. With that being said, I don't know if it's a good idea, but some of the things that happens at the place that I work is extraordinary. It's very interesting. And like I said, my daughter earlier today said, because I was telling her about something that happened to me yesterday or the day before, or even a couple of weeks ago, and she said, "Oh my goodness, you need to be telling these stories. It's hilarious." Yeah, I know. Some of it's hilarious, some of it's sad, really is. But why not try? That's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to try. And today, March 13th, 2025. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to continue this, but I want to try to do something. I got a lot of thoughts about what's going on in the world today, for sure, and what my future is going to look like. What's my children's future going to look like with the way things are going? Yeah, I can look into the conspiracy theories that are going on. AI is taking over everything. And unless you have the qualities or what is needed to even upgrade these computers or the things that back in my day, that seems so silly to say. Back in my day, trade schools. I didn't get into any trades. I didn't I went to college. Um I didn't stay there for long. My thing was art, drawing, with my hands. And then the computer came along. And I need to learn these computers to make my art, which sends me back to AI. Oh my, how art has changed. Yes, everything has changed. Um, this is just the beginning, and I hope and pray that I can turn this into something that is good for my life and possibly other people's lives. I don't claim to know all the answers. I'm still learning every day. Every day. But I'm gonna put this out here. I'm putting it out here. There's so many people that I've watched on YouTube over the years who have grown. They didn't have any family. They now have a whole family. They have, man, they were big in weight. They lost weight. They worked out. They've become a lot. And not only a lot, they've helped other people to expand in their lives, grow in their lives. If I'm able to do that for just one person, man, that would mean the world to me. Good night.